Sound production.
How you doing? Can we get a couple more votes? I guess we can't. We don't have a lot of viewers right now. Must be a Friday. All right, let's get going. Grab your mate, let's go. Welcome to Forex.Today, the YouTube community of more than 20,000 foreign exchange traders. We gather here today to conduct technical and fundamental analysis with the overriding goal of planning our trades in advance because trading is risky, not appropriate for everyone. Your past performance, good or bad, is not necessarily indicative of future results. Please stay small, stay humble, focus on the long term, never risk money you cannot afford to lose. My name is Wayne. Yeah, I like to trade. I'm a trader. And so today we're going to look at the markets technically and fundamentally. I'm going to answer your questions. We'll look at some trade plans. And then, then what? We're going to prepare for next week. Next big news on the calendars, or I guess next week. Is it next week that's CPI? I think it's next week. Probably around Wednesday of next week, there's going to be a CPI, and that's the big one. If you recall, last month we had CPI come out in August, and I'm like, nobody cares. Because, well, this CPI coming up is before a Fed meeting. Last month, there was that CPI, and then no Fed meeting, and then CPI again, and then the Fed meeting. So who cares about the last one? So now we care about the new one. So anyways, it's a great time to be a trader. It's very interesting, not boring, so you got exactly what you wanted. Very cool. So let's get on with it. Let's do some analysis. There are links in the description below. Hang on. There's some links in the description below. One that I'd like to point you to is Trader's Way. We all need a broker. This is one I recommend. I recommend them. They recommend me. That's cool. They earn my loyalty and respect. And that happened primarily when the Swiss National Bank lied to the entire world and currency markets dropped somewhere between 5,000 and 10,000 pips in 1 minute. And some major brokers, big brokers around the world went out of business that day. It was pretty scary. Honestly, I thought we were going to slide back into a global financial crisis. I was calling friends of mine, traders and hedge fund managers, and I'm like, dude, what's going on? What do you see? Who are you talking to? And we were really concerned that it was another global crisis that the Swiss National Bank created. And I talked to Trader's Way, and they were perfectly fine. And I'm like, holy moly, how is that even possible? You're a small boutique firm. They're like, well, we executed all the trades. We didn't trade against our clients, so we're perfectly fine. Really? And that, believe it or not, is a huge differentiation. It's a competitive advantage. They actually do what they say. And in that moment in time, they earn my loyalty and respect. I've been recommending them ever since. Let's take a look at your poll. See how you answered it. How do you feel about today? Risk on. sideways. Yeah, okay, I'm pretty good with that. Okay, I'm pretty good with that. That makes a lot of sense. And so therefore you're looking for support. So I happen to be on gold. So yeah, with that point of view, we're watching this area and I already have it highlighted. And so wouldn't it be nice if there was maybe some risk on and up, or at least side, instead of risk on, sideways, which would kind of get you kind of about the same. Cool. Yeah, I'd like to see that too. Remember, everybody makes money if the market goes up. Only a few people make money on the way down. Now, we're currency traders and, we can do both quite easily, but generally in the market, up is great and down is horrible. So anyways, so we have this little 50% pullback on gold, and we kind of maybe double bottom, higher high, higher load, right? Let's look at it this way. We had a top, okay, and then we have a bottom, and maybe what do you think about something like this today and next week? Like maybe CPI next week comes out and it's, the core is a little bit lower, showing signs that things are working. Yeah. One way to reduce inflation is have Goldman Sachs lay off a whole bunch of people so they don't have to pay them bonuses next year. Oh yeah, that's happening today, in fact. Isn't that interesting? Lay them off now so you don't owe them any bonuses. Yeah. Let's go to Skippy Scalp 5-minute chart on the S&P 500. And we got this. That's a lower low. And then we got this, so I'm going to mark that. And then we got this. So these are probably our levels for today. And I suppose if I'm going to be consistent, I should measure this one. And then I would measure this one. These are our levels for the day. Cool. So if you're risk on sideways, I would imagine it would look, that would be the day. What do you think? Something like that? Yeah, I've seen crazier things. Looking out on a higher time frame, we zoom in. And where are we on that time frame? We're on the 50%. You see? Let me. This is the add another one zone. Okay? And this is actually still an aggressive buying zone. This is the distance between the 382 and the 50%. So yeah, it would be great if we sort of had a move like this, and then next week this way. Oh, that would be so lovely. What do you think? Cool. Hey, by the way, everybody, December 13th, we're doing an in-person meetup, mixer, and dinner in Nashville, Tennessee. You gonna join us? In a beautiful hotel with a beautiful steak dinner, including Wagyu beef or tomahawk chop. Some nice little cocktails in a garden. It'll be warm and beautiful. So if you live in a cold, miserable place, yeah, I grew up in a cold place, it's paradise. And you're like, wait, Tennessee is not like that. Well, this hotel is, anyways. So we're going to have a nice little cocktail hour, a big group photo, steak dinner in a private, they call it the wine room, the wine cellar. It's not a cellar, though, that's the thing, but it's beautiful. So I'm putting together a little shindig. It'd be great to shake your hand. So look for information about that coming out very soon. It's 97 days away. December 13th. Oh, right on, St. Kitts. See if Bitcoin could get going and wake up. It's got some up, some down. Try again, maybe. Lucas says, sounds great. Oh, man, it'd be great to see you there. Vegetarians, welcome. Yeah, sure. I don't know what they got. They just charged me a flat rate. So I have to put down $5,500. And one of the things I'll be doing shortly is trying to pick a menu. It's a steak house, but I'm sure they got vegetarian options, yeah. And I'll push for good. Like, I don't want you to have like macaroni and a salad. Huh? A bowl of rice and some salad. And I'm like, no, come on. How about like a real vegetarian meal? You know? But it is a steakhouse. But yeah. Yeah, cold tofu. No, they'll stir fry it, Johnny. Yeah, they'll stir fry some tofu. My oh my WTI, boom, shalakalaka. Look at the oil. Look at the oil. Now you got to go to the 4H. And oh la la, right off the 4 hour 21. Now we even got a 5-8 cross. The thing is, can we go to R3, not R2? Can we get to 94? That gets interesting. Okay, gets very interesting. My oh my. Now remember, one of the things we discussed way back in August is that September targets could be as high as 94, R3, R3S3. And so we'll see if it'll have an unusually big month. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I'm a bull on oil, so that's very nice. Exotics. Okay, lots of volatility. Lots of volatility. Let me go back out to the 30. And ooh la la, did you see it? Are you on it? Are you trading it? High, pullback, higher high, lower high. What do we call this? A crown. Mikhail says reversal. Yeah. But yeah, off of the projected high for the month. This red zone is the projected high. We knew that weeks ago. And looky, looky, interesting. Okay. Interesting. Ooh la la. So we'll see how we deal with this 21 and see if she breaches. Remember, you wouldn't expect it to breach unless you've kicked off of what? An exit zone. Well, that's an exit zone. So it'd be interesting if the next thing is this way. And then we got to get through that, and then you got to get through that, and then, you know, but there's one counter trend trade that I teach at Investor Boot Camp. Maybe this is a good time to point that out. At Investor Boot Camp, there is one counter trend trade. And I believe I teach it, this one. I think it's in this one, the swing trading course. One counter trend trade, and that's probably worth $88 a year, huh? Yeah, and that's it. Kit says an Arctic turtle. An Arctic turtle has to do with two targets near each other, short-term and long-term targets near each other. And the idea is that the market tries to capture both before the collapse. Anyways, could be interesting. Especially if you think generally risk on will return, just maybe not today. Okay. In yesterday's day trading group, swing trading group. Last night we had a swing trading group. Okay, I reaffirmed some commitments, although this is what still is technically there. Seasonally, CAD doesn't do very well. But if it does creep up simply because of yen weakness, then others should do okay. Aussie, I'm not even a bull on. Okay, but it'd be interesting if it started to pick up next week. Could be the beginning of something beautiful. Kiwi, okay, once again, not a pretty chart, but we were just at bottom. Okay, and so Kiwi isn't great. It's not a great trade. It's not a great currency. I wouldn't really want to buy it, but I do want to sell this. So I'm sort of indifferent. I don't expect much out of it. But I do want to sell yen. If I go to the hourly chart, one of the things we talked about last night in the swing trading group was, well, again, Euro's getting punished, mostly because of GDP going basically to zero. So it's hard to invest into something that's not growing. But nonetheless, I do wake up in the morning, I want to sell the yen. And we identified this as a bottom, and we were at a bottom, right, last night, and pachow, maybe, if there's risk on, maybe. Depends on what you think is going to happen today. That's why I asked you. Look at the beast. Once again, we're not quite there, but we're at the right price, you see? So if you're trading the moving averages, you're going to sell this. There's no doubt. Like, let me not go ape crazy here. And this targets that. So that could be in the cards. That's what, technically, this is what you think is going to happen, right? It's like, however, if this holds, I don't know if it will, but if it does, it could have meaning. But if I was just trading it technically, I would look for this kind of stuff. And that might, I would say that, based on technical analysis, that probability is high. But don't be shocked if it fails. That's all. Just be ready for it. You should understand that this is an important price. Yes, sell yen means buy yen pairs. Yes. Like, I'm not even really looking at this, Greg. I just want to sell this. Okay? So it's not that I want to buy this. That's not actually what I mean. What I mean is I just want to sell that. So now I have to look around and see which one do I buy. But I know what I want to do. I want to sell it or walk away. Michael says, hey, Wayne, are your templates on TradingView or just MT4? I don't have the TradingView templates, but you just search like Wayne's pivots and Wayne's this and Wayne's that, and they're out there. Okay? They might be on supermodels.com as well. I'm not sure. Let's take a look here. Okay. So not great, still not great in the cash market, still not great here. FTSE trying to get going again. Okay. Is this an inverse head and shoulders? I don't know, maybe. Okay. Be interesting if we start climbing. Huh? Wouldn't it be? Like, don't you think someone's going to mark it this way? Here, let me show you how easy that is. Somebody's going to do this, right? You grab this bottom and you move right. And then you grab this bottom and you move right. What if that continues? That's risk on. So maybe that pushes the US stock market up. Okay? DAX holding on the 786, if you believe on that. The other thing that makes a total sense is this M3 top predicts the M1 bottom. Once again, that's in the swing trading course. So what this means is there's up right now. You see this green, giant green candle? Nobody's buying it. Nobody bought that, in my humble opinion. Absolutely nobody. So how does it become green? Nobody is buying it. Well, to be more precise, bears are buying. Which means they're exiting. But that sets up the potential, we don't know yet, but the potential, if bulls want to get involved, it's probably going to do this in the next few days. Perfect, perfect. That'd be great. Notice the correlation going on here. ASX getting crushed. It was oh so good, and now it's not good. So I have nothing constructive to say about this. It's neither here nor there. Japanese stock market, if you want to sell the yen, you really want this to go up. Okay, so if you're a bull, your swing trade plan is going to look like this next week. McBride said, why buy oil? Does anyone remember? It was July 20th, I think, in which the market turned bullish on oil. Not the market, well, Quant box. Does everybody use Quant box? Oops, didn't spell it right. I can't see my browser. Quant box, let's open this up. Quantbox.co. Okay, log into the database. Every day, my troubles seem so far away. All right, come on, Bubba, load it. It's a database. It takes time. It's not a website. It's not like I'm just loading little pictures. All right. We go, well, first of all, look, oil, very bullish. All right. But anyways, we'll go to commodities, and then we'll go to oil. And you can see all the different reasons. Green on the screen. Everybody's long oil except retail. Oh, too bad for them. But here's what I mean. This is where QuantBox tells you its scoring system historically. Okay. Loading, loading, loading. And yeah, July 20th, right in here. It might have actually been a little earlier. No, that's about right. Right in here. Oil was around 75 bucks. 74 actually. 74. QuantBox went bullish. And then went very bullish as things started moving away, right? So anyways, I cover it in greater detail at the YouTube channel, youtube.com/@QuantBox. Today's video, okay, goes over it in great detail. Yeah. So you can be notified and watch it in 83 minutes if you want. I cover it in greater detail. That was the quick and dirty. Okay. Or of course, take the trial. There you go. So, straightforward. Buying dips ever since, right? So McBride says, why did you buy oil? Well, there you go. There's great detail based on technical analysis, analysis of GDP, inflation, employment, interest rates, seasonality, market sentiment, technical analysis. All of it goes into the McBride. have a little scalp going. Dangerous. Not a good trade on this time frame. On this time frame, you want to sell off the 21. Okay, this is your sell zone longer term. I have a pissy little scalp, and I took it probably down in here. Okay. Let me move my stop. Okay. And I took the trade here. But, you know, it lags a little bit plus spread, so I probably was actually here. But it was the 21.55. And it worked all night, and then the London boys brought it down. Obviously, that 4-hour 21, very obviously. And now, if there's risk on today, I'm going to make some moolah. Moolah! Me, I'm making the money, and I love the money. I love the money. Money is the root of all good. Unless you're evil, and then it's going to expand your evil empire. But if you're a good person, money is the source of all good. Okay. So anyways, there's a that. There's a that. Yeah, here's an interesting one. Same thing, if you're doing moving average strategies, you're looking at this, it's going to swing down. Swing down. But what if we weren't doing that? What would we be doing here? Okay? And even though I don't like to do it, you can see that we hit the monthly target, and everyone at Investor Bootcamp that's gone through the training understands exactly what's going on here. Okay? It says CT to a CPP. Let me adjust my stop again. And yeah, maybe I'll get lucky on the open. Who knows? Just a scalp. Okay, look at this. We identified a bottom here. Then we identified a higher high. Okay, what do? Okay, you can measure it out any way you want. Drop into a fiver. Zoom in, and all I want to do is a zoom, zoom, zoom. Okay, so from the high to the 3A2 50% buy zone. Seems to have held. Now she's hot to go, HOTTOGO. Ooh, hot to go. So who knows if it'll work out? Who knows? Who knows? But the thing is, ambush? It's still a giant leap of faith. Okay? That's why I'm not on this one. Ha! Michael, you're kidding me. Michael's like, what's your point with yen? Because it lost its safe haven. Dude, the Bank of Japan for the last 2 years has been implementing yield curve control of qualitative and quantitative analysis, which inherently simply weakens the yen. It's been happening for 2 years. They just reaffirmed this policy yesterday, I think. Okay. I was going to maybe on a dollar. Let's do it on a dollar. What's the deal with the yen? Dude, seriously? You're not on this? Oh, God. But did it, what do you mean, did it happen in the past? It's just a policy. It's just central banking policy. Now, a lot of people call it intervention. This isn't intervention, it's policy. Okay? The most interesting part of this is we're basically at the all-time low for Japanese yen. Oops. I had it and then it disappeared. Okay? And after that, it gets really strange. Yeah. Okay, look at going all the way back. Look at this, right here, right now. So anyways, yeah, it's important. The Bank of Japan is doing it on purpose. I'm just helping them because I'm a kind, good person. Just looking. You like the palladium? You see, it's a bit down, yeah. Oh, that's all right. That's fine. That's fine. Ma 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 ma. La di da di da di da. La da 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 da. Mo 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 mo. B B D D D. Silver. You liking the silver? You liking the scalpel to the silver? Okay. Build your foundation. We'll see if there will be continuation. Okay. This is continuation, old highs. So if we breach above that, the next high is going to be sort of in here somewhere. Okay. So we'll see if it's got the goal. To climb. Okay. So it's back up here. Pull back, continuation. Pull back, and then what? Well, I don't know. So you can see my continuation line there. Huh? Let me get rid of that just so you can see it. I think you can see it. Let me remove an indicator here. I'll get rid of my price action pivot points. Okay, and so we'll see above that will be continuation. We didn't get above it. Oh no. Okay, moving average, keeping it down. Boy, as soon as it hit the line, it just dropped, huh? Wow. This is a sneak peek. This is the entrance into our private dining room where we're going to have our meetup. This is the restaurant, guys. And this room in here is the private dining room. What do you think? It's not bad, huh? Yeah. You guys going to come to Nashville? Yeah. Ooh, look at silver collapse off the moving average. Let's take a bigger look. On this time frame, yeah, we'll see what happens. Definitely kicking off that 1H. Definitely bearish. Oh. Yeah. Oh, la la. Yep. Trend continues. Yeah, look at the moving averages here, huh? On gold. What? My limit. Forget that. I want my limit to be here. All right. Definitely a bear zone. You see that? Very obviously a bear zone. Yeah. Very obviously a bear zone. Boom, boom, boom. What are you doing wrong? All right, well, let's take a look. You took one yesterday? Well, it's had a 3A2 Fibonacci retracement. So the buy zone, right, is in here. So I suppose it depends on where you entered it, huh? $4H, right? So for example, this moving average right here, let me do it in yellow again, it was just easier to see. This tells you there's going to be a pullback, or a reversal for that matter. So you probably didn't buy a dip, is my guess. You bought high. Okay? These are the prices in which you want to buy, somewhere down in these colored lines. Okay? You never want to buy near an average, right? Not when you're below a moving average, right? So this is all resistance. So you probably didn't buy a pullback, that's all. Okay, and it's still pretty early in this move. I mean, it's very early. It's still very, very early. Okay. Still early. What you probably want to see next is, more higher highs and higher lows. And you probably want to see all yens moving at the same time. And you want to see risk on. You want to see all the stock markets going up. So you're probably just early. Okay. Okay. So if, for example, you measure this out, I have it coming down 3A2 50%, it came down 618, and now it's trying to head up. All right, so if this now works, the 618 predicts the 1382, so the new target is here. If this works. So you move this across, the 618 predicts the 1382. Who asked for the vegetarian? The vegetarian meal is a farro risotto, delicata squash, pomegranate glazed tomatoes, kale, arugula, and walnut cream. Oh, creme. Yeah, there you go. Walnut creme. Wow, that sounds pretty good, actually. You can also, there's salmon, chicken, New York strip, and filet mignon. First course will be lobster bisque or French onion soup. Then we'll have salad, either Caesar or iceberg wedge, and I'm a big fan of the iceberg wedge. Blue cheese, bacon, tomato, green onion, soft-boiled egg. Interesting. Herb buttermilk dressing. Yummy. And I think I'll have the New York strip. Then we're going to have a dessert for our fourth course. I'm going to go with the cheesecake. But you can also have a chocolate cake if you want. Oh! Suddenly I want to eat breakfast. Does that sound good, everybody? Yeah. Let me say it again. Who's coming to Nashville to have dinner with us? This is going down. Yeah. By the way, if you want a chocolate cake and a cheesecake, not a problem. You can have both if you want. Because I'm that kind of guy. All right. I'm like, sure. Yeah, of course you can have anything you want, sweetheart. You can have anything you want, but you better not take it from me. Jungle, welcome to the jungle. Please, please. Wow. Yeah. Cool. Anyway, so yen is weakening just like we want. I don't know how long it'll last, so that'd be great. But I want to see Dixie come down today. And I will be smiling ear to ear if that happens. So again, put that into context. This is where we are. It doesn't look green yet, but we're kicking off the daily support, 50%. I'd love some good news. Okay, drop into a smaller time frame. Got some green on the screen. Here's the continuation line. So we need some up here if it's going to continue. So we got our bottom. We got our old bottom. And now the idea is maybe, just maybe, we have a move on the cash open. That would be great. Yeah, you want the Dow. You wanted the Dow. Sure. Well, I guess I'll just pull it here. Boom, 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 boom. Boom. There's your Dow right there. Bum, ba, bum, bum. S&P 500, NASDAQ, FTSE, DAX, Nikkei, CAC, Euro 50, Spain, Switzerland, Australia, and Hong Kong. So you're like, yeah, let's go here. Bum, 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 bum. So I got that one twice, so let's move it over. Okay? Do, 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 boom, 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 boom. Yeah. All right, target for Hong Kong is 16.5. We're at 18. Neary says, slow trading week when in Nashville? No, it's actually going to be big. Kit's like, he's in. Kit's joining the Traders Way family. Big T-dub for KC. Welcome, welcome. So anyways, that's that. That's the world. Cool. So I'll let you to it. Have a wonderful trading day. I hope you had a great trading week. I want you to review your trading history over the weekend, identify your strengths and weaknesses, and outline very, very specific goals. Maybe one, possibly two things that you're going to focus on and work on improving next week. Remind yourself that just showing up every day and firing off a bunch of trades will not make you a better trader. And I hope I whet your appetite to come to Nashville in December. I'm going to put together a little website, already working on it. I'm trying to get the final details. I have to sign the contracts. I have to spend $5,500 on dinner. So I got to put that on my credit card. I'm also negotiating hotel rooms. And the rooms are like $650 a night by the time you put in the taxes and fees and all that kind of stuff. But I think I can get it down almost half of that. So on your behalf. So I'm trying my best, Bubba. And so if you're coming to the party, All you have to do is roll in like, I don't know, 3 or 4 in the afternoon, check into your room, and then at 5 or 6 we'll have a cocktail mixer. Then we'll have dinner together, and you never have to leave the hotel, and it's warm and tropical. It's going to be lovely. And then when it's all over, you tiptoe back to your room, and that's it. So it's just one night. Unless you're joining the CIA, then it's 2 nights. Because we got work to do that day. Cheers.